Pick a Color, read by Robert Wisdom. A black man moved into a white neighborhood. He had a black house with a black porch where he used to sit every morning and drink his black coffee. Until one black night, his white neighbors came into his house and beat the crap out of him. He lay there, curled up like an umbrella handle in a pool of black blood, and they kept on beating him until one of them started yelling that they should stop because if he died on them, they might end up in prison. The black man didn't die on them. An ambulance came and took him far, far away to an enchanted hospital on the top of an inactive volcano. The hospital was white. Its gates were white, the walls of its rooms were white, and so was the bedding. The black man began to recover and fall in love. Fall in love with a white nurse in a white uniform who took care of him with great devotion and kindness. She loved him too. And like him, that love of theirs grew stronger with every passing day, grew stronger and learned to get out of bed and crawl like a small child, like a baby, like a black man who had been badly beaten. They got married in a yellow church. A yellow priest married them. His yellow parents had come to that country on a yellow ship. They had been beaten up by their white neighbors too. But he didn't get into all that with the black man. He barely knew him, and anyway, he didn't want to go there, what with the ceremony and everything. He planned to say that God loves them and wishes them all the best. The yellow man didn't know that for sure. He tried lots of times to convince himself that he did, that he knows that God loves everyone and wishes us all only the best. But that day, when he married that battered black man, not even 30, and already covered with scars and sitting in a wheelchair, it was harder for him to believe. God loves you both, he finally said anyway. God loves you and wishes you all the best, he said, and was ashamed. The black man and the white woman lived together happily until one day, when the woman was walking home from the grocery store, a brown man with a brown knife, who was waiting for her in the stairwell, told her to give him everything she had. When the black man came home, he found her dead. He didn't understand why the brown man had stabbed her because he could have just taken her money and run. The funeral service took place in the yellow priest's yellow church, and when the black man saw the yellow priest, he grabbed him by his yellow robe and said, "But you told us. You told us that God loves us. If he loves us, why did he do such a terrible thing to us?" The yellow priest had a ready-made answer, an answer they taught him in priest school. Something about God working in mysterious ways and that now that the woman was dead, she was surely closer to him. But instead of using that answer, the priest began cursing. He cursed God viciously, insulting and hurtful curses the likes of which had never been heard in the world before. Curses so insulting and hurtful that even God was offended. God entered the yellow church on the disabled ramp. He was in a wheelchair too. He had once lost a woman too. He was silvery, not the cheap glittery silver of a banker's BMW, but a muted, matte silver. Once, as he was gliding among the silvery stars with his silvery beloved, a gang of golden gods attacked him. When they were kids, God had once beaten one of them up, a short, skinny golden god who had now grown up and returned with his friends. The golden gods beat him with golden clubs of sunlight and didn't stop until they'd broken every bone in his divine body. It took him years to recuperate. His beloved never did. She remained a vegetable. She could see and hear everything, but she couldn't say a word. The silvery god decided to create a species in his own image so she could watch it to pass the time. That species really did resemble him, battered and victimized, like him. And his silvery beloved stared wide-eyed at the members of that species for hours, stared, and didn't even shed a tear. "What do you think?" the silvery god asked the yellow priest in frustration. "That I created all of you like this because it's what I wanted? Because I'm some kind of pervert or sadist who enjoys all of this suffering? I created you like this because this is what I know. It's the best I can do. The yellow priest fell to his knees and begged his forgiveness. If a stronger God had come to his church, he probably would have carried on cursing him, even if he had to go to hell for it. But seeing the silvery, disabled God made him feel regret and sorrow, and he really did want his forgiveness. The black man didn't fall to his knees. With the bottom half of his body paralyzed, he couldn't do things like that anymore. He just sat in his wheelchair and pictured a silvery goddess somewhere in the heavens looking down at him with gaping eyes. That imbued him with a sense of purpose, of hope even. He couldn't explain to himself exactly why, but the thought that he was suffering, just like a god, made him feel blessed.